So I'm here today with Ray Isle, the executive wine editor at Food and Wine magazine, and I just had a few questions about how to get a luxurious tasting wine, but on a budget. I've heard things like you're never supposed to order the second cheapest wine on the menu because really, it's going to be the most marked up, and actually you might as well just get the first.
There. So the second cheapest wine doesn't actually mean anything. It's at this point, it's probably priced like everything else. It is true with good restaurants that, particularly with restaurants with really good wine programs, so the cheapest wine on the list is likely to be really great because a sommelier in a restaurant like that is going to get offered hundreds of wines, to put on his list, and he's never going to put something bad on that list. So in some ways, kind of a secret steal because he's going to want to put something on the list at the cheapest point that not everybody else has.
That's a great thing to know. And then I've also heard about this Chardonnay tax. Can you explain what that is and if it's real?
Yeah, it's kind of real. It's what it is that with any restaurant there's there are the wines that people are automatically going to buy, and it's like Napa Valley Cabernet, big Chardonnays from California, and they know they're going to sell them. There's always an audience for them, and so you're going to be paying sort of top dollar for the really familiar regions and some of the really familiar wines. Just pick a region that just doesn't have quite the same prestige. Again, you're going to find some great deals and just pay that one notch less for them.
What if you're walking not into a restaurant but a wine shop? And I have a nice little local wine shop in my neighborhood, for example, and there are wines that that are as cheap as $10 or not that expensive, up to $30, let's say. How do I even begin to choose?
It's funny. I mean, any wine shop you go into, whether it's a giant grocery store or whether it's a small wine shop, you're still looking at hundreds of wines in there, and it is daunting. If you have a wine shop like that, and if you don't have one, find one. But forge a relationship with them. Like, talk to the staff, because the wine shops are almost always staffed by wine geeks. They're people, man or woman, who really love wine, and ask them what they're excited about. Those little stores, they'll have their sort of secret favorites. It's like having an expert opinion right, on the corner of your block, and that's really handy, I think.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.